So, Darren, what did you hope to accomplish today? What were your expectations coming into it?
I'm really proud of the name I feel like I built throughout my years at Clemson.
Yeah.
And just to kind of build off that, like obviously I'm very self-aware, like I don't have premier stats, but I feel like I got premier respect. I built some great character, and I know I can play. Just didn't have as much opportunity as I wanted, but the opportunity I was given throughout my career, I feel like I had my moments, and I showed I could play the biggest level. And so coming here, it was just, man, continue to dream, never settling, and I never wanted my story to be a woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Right.
And for me, it's just to put it all out there and see what happens. If it ends, it ends, but it ends on my terms, not because I was afraid to go out there and chase it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I had a really good day, man. I look at all the stats from all the guys across the country. Like, I feel like I had a good broad, pretty good vertical for my bench would have been top 2 at the combine. My 40 was solid. Cramped up, but I caught some balls. I got to be able to catch at my size. And so I feel like I had a solid day. I feel like for me, I gave people enough evidence to give me a shot, and that's all I can ask for. So hopefully, day 3 of the drafts, I get some calls. Let me come to rookie minicamp. That'd be awesome.
Was it a hamstring or calf?
It was just calf, man. It's crazy. I was hydrating. I guess I wasn't getting enough electrolytes in there. So I went up to try to catch the ball, and I think locked up, and it was a no-go. But I'm all good.
What did you think of Taj out there throwing passes?
Hey, Taj was good, but I think Cole Stout had a little more game mindset today. Cole Stout came ready to play, and he was putting them on the money. But obviously, Taj is a legend, man. It was incredible throwing it for the past week. So he did his thing, but if I was giving somebody a job today, I might go ahead and give it to Cole.
I guess if someone told you that James Skalski and Nolan Turner were going to have the highest vertical jumps, you would be surprised.
Yeah, no, for sure. I maybe will suspect Nolan. Nolan's always been sneaky athletic. That's kind of been a floating thing around the team. We've always kind of known Nolan to be like just sneaky athletic. Now, Jamie was a soccer player, so he's a little more agile than people think. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I definitely wouldn't have suspected them. And sometimes vertical is tricky, man. Like, you go say dunk a basketball or jump and touch to the top. I feel like it's not as accurate as you know, some of the guys that may have higher verticals, you go tell them to dunk a basketball. But no, hats off those guys. Those are big numbers for them, for sure.
Do you feel pressure coming in a day like today, just knowing this is like your one shot to get in front of NFL personnel and prove something?
Yeah, like yes and no. I really just trusted. Like, I feel like the worst thing I could come and do today was to press, and I did feel like appropriate pressure to train. Like, really put my head down the past couple of months and know like I got to give people a reason to give me a shot, and I feel like I did that today. But then at the end of the day, once you get here, it's just like a game. You kind of trust that you got everything inside of you that you need.
Yeah.
And you go believe, and then you take a deep breath and you go have fun. I was smiling a lot today until I cramped up, but it was a good day.
What's the biggest way you think you could help an NFL roster?
Yeah, I think for me it's like just meeting a lot of guys throughout the past couple of months that's been in the league and knowing some of my friends that went on from Clemson. It's just like at the end of the day, there's always someone on the roster that you know nothing about that plays special teams and is a solid backup and is always ready to play. And I feel like for me that's kind of ironically been my Clemson experience. And I think I could go do that at the next level for a ball club and really just bring value to the organization. And then I'll be cheap labor. Look, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. It's a business, man. If you can pay somebody less money to do a job, and I will take whatever they're willing to offer. So,
if things don't pan out with the NFL, you have any idea what you might want to do with your future? I know you probably have a lot of opportunities.
I'm taking one of these mics.
Yeah.
It's already in the works, but definitely want to get into the media space. Kind of been flirting with my podcast and throughout my Clemson experience being in front of the camera. That definitely seems like the trajectory to be a really cool job and career for me. And so whenever this ends, we're going to go right into it. So I've been chasing this dream, but I've been having some plans set aside no matter what happens.
You seem like a natural at it for sure.
I appreciate it.
You got a front row seat to kind of see, film off of Kobe Pace, Phil Shipley. What are your just thoughts on those guys, and are you kind of excited to see how it turns out for them in the future?
Man, I'm very excited. I joke with Coach Spiller. He came into a situation where he was really blessed with a really good room. Man, you really can't get any better. Like all those guys bring something different to the table. They're all selfless. All those guys can hold their own too. But it's gonna be cool to see them kind of like carry the low as like a little triple threat this year. But I'm excited. I think Shipley obviously is an alpha, big play. Kobe is big, can make big plays. Phil is sneaky fast, like people think. So I mean, the sky's the limit for those guys, seriously, and hopefully they can continue to stay selfless. And I think it's going to be a special year for Clemson.
Phil's been the guy this spring, getting all the reps for the ones.
Exactly.
The coaches have been raving about him. I guess you saw he was kind of mature behind his years.
No, he always has been. I think he's very quiet, but not. He just like he observes everything and just very like he's always been mature since I met him in Shipley, and so he came in ready to work. And I think I admire the way he's done everything because obviously some guys have been in front of him, but I feel like when he's got his moments, he's shown bright. And so I think this year he definitely deserves to play as much as all the other guys in the room. And I feel like for him, this is gonna be big for his confidence in the spring because he wasn't the guy in the fall. And so whenever his number's called, he's gonna be ready for sure.
Have you talked to any teams at all?
Yeah, man, I actually talking to a lot of people just because, one, I used to introduce myself to everybody that came in the building, and it's kind of familiar faces. So for me, just I think that's the trajectory. Hopefully get invited to a camp, and then we'll see what happens. But like I said, there's always somebody on the roster that you don't know that's on the roster, and I want to be one of those guys.
Do you have an agent or anything at this point?
My agent's Kelly Masters. She's at OKC, and so she's been very helpful, and that was just a blessing. She's a great person.
Yeah.
So. Good.